Hello, I'm DelusionDispeller. Back to talk to you more about pregnancy and other things that I wish somebody would have told me about. Some things I knew, some things I wasn't sure about, some things I was really glad to find out about, and some things really scared me. That's why this series is probably more meant for somebody that's newly pregnant, that has never been pregnant, never had a baby before, but other people can benefit and maybe pass along the information if it doesn't pertain directly to you. My name's Laura Beth Colbert. I am a life coach, and I have been helping people since about 2009, professionally since 2013. So it's good to be here. It's good to be talking to you, and I am talking today on this topic of pregnancy and birth and sharing some of my own experiences for those of you that are not familiar with it or aren't sure what to expect. And maybe some that have been through it. Maybe you'll agree, maybe you'll disagree. That's all okay. I'm good with all of it. So, on my last video I talked about false labor, and it was a really quick video because I think it got cut off at some point. So I just decided to make it a little snippet. This one's going to be a little bit longer than that. So we're talking about months 7 to 9. The fact is, the baby can be born at any time. During the whole pregnancy, the baby can come at any time. Obviously, in the earlier months, that's not a good thing. A viable baby, I think, is like the 4th month, maybe. Nowadays, with technology, that's changing, and they're able to save babies if they're born earlier. But you want to get through at least 8 months, 8.5 months to have a really healthy baby in most cases. So let's talk about labor. First of all, labor, what does it feel like? Well, if you are a woman and you've had a period, then you know what period cramps feel like. It's a very intense feeling of period cramps, kind of, but it's lower down, more into your cervix, because indeed a lot of it is taking place in the cervix and controlling the contracting of the whole uterus. So instead of just having these belly cramps like you have with periods, you're feeling it really intensely in a very intimate area, your cervix. And it feels kind of pinchy. And the pinch becomes more of the cramp. So it starts out pinching, 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 then cramp, 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 and then it subsides. Now, when you're in labor, that cramp, cramp, cramp sometimes feels like it goes on forever. It's not pleasant. There are things you can do to alleviate some of the edge of that. Sitting on a big blow-up ball is a really good way. Rocking helps a lot. Water helps a lot, sitting in water when you're in labor. Walking sometimes helps. There are medicines that you can ask to have from your doctor that will help. Nubane is one of them. I don't know if they still give that, but that takes the edge off of the real intensity of the cramping. Labor pains, or I don't like calling them pains. Labor contractions do not have to be painful in every case. The more relaxed you are, the easier your labor is going to be. But don't be deceived. Labor is work, and you will feel like you ran a relay after you went through a good bit of labor and had the baby. So that's pretty much what labor is like. The reason why you have to be in labor, why this stuff has to happen to your body, is because the little donut hole that I told you about earlier, the little cervix, has to open pretty wide for that baby's head to start pushing on it and push its way through. Now, don't worry. Your baby's head usually does not get stuck because the baby has bones in their skull. Everybody does. But the baby's bones are soft. So that's what we call the soft spot, the fontanelle on the front part of the baby's head, which it doesn't become a firmer part on the baby's head until the baby's a bit older. But the reason it's soft is because those bones literally cross over each other. I can't really show you this way, but because I'm holding the camera, but it's kind of, hang on, I'm going to try to put the camera down a minute. I'm going to show you what happens. As the baby's coming through the birth canal, pretend these are the bones in the baby's skull. Literally what happens is the baby's head kind of gets smushed. It doesn't hurt the baby as far as we know. The bones cross over like this, and the baby kind of gets a cone head as it comes through the round opening of your cervix like that. And then eventually the rest of the baby follows, the shoulders, the back, and the rest of the baby's body. So not to worry. If it is too tight for the baby to get out there, then you may have to have a little bit of a snip in the perineum. It's very rare that you have to have this done, but some babies have really large heads. And if you have a baby with a pretty good sized head, sometimes it's hard for that baby to push through without a lot of intensity for yourself. So the doctor can talk you through that time, and you can have that in your birthing plan, what you want to do in such cases. All right. You may be feeling the labor contractions in your back as well as your groin area. And you may even get a headache because there's a lot of nerves being pressed on, and that means oxygen is not going where it needs to go up to your brain, and it can cause you a headache or lightheadedness. You have to be careful when you're in labor that you are in a position where you're safe, because it can make you fall over. If nerves in your legs get pinched off, you can lose your balance, have your legs buckle under you, and fall. So make sure that you're in a place where, if you're in intense labor, that you're either not laying down necessarily, but at least sitting down in kind of a semi-reclined position, or walking with assistance, or sitting on your big ball. Okay. Let's see. Make sure you give your birth plan to your doctor, your midwife, or your partner, whoever's going to be there in labor. So that is all I'm going to say on this video. That gives you a little bit of brief overview right before the baby is about to be born. And we're going to talk about getting ready to head to the hospital, the birthing center, or just prepare for labor and birth in the next video. Stay tuned, and remember, subscribe to my channel. Hello to Mike and another person that recently subscribed to my channel. I cannot pronounce your name because there's just like too many parts of it. So I'm just going to welcome you. You know who you are. Welcome everybody new. Please subscribe and comment below my channel. Write to me at DelusionDispeller@gmail.com. I welcome your comments, your suggestions, and even your criticisms, as long as you're criticizing my work and not me personally. And even that really doesn't bother me. If you want to criticize me personally, I've kind of heard it all anyway. But thanks for watching, and I will see you on my next channel, or my next video. God bless. Bye.